are displayed on a web page. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add HTML tables on your web pages. Let's get started. So following our usual process, which is to go to www.w3schools.com. I mentioned earlier that this is a great tutorial page for us to learn as much as we want regarding programming languages. So if we click on Learn HTML and we navigate to the HTML table link, then you would see how we can display beautiful and different tables with respect to their number of rows and number of columns on web pages. Like the one we have on the screen, we have a table with 3 different columns and a number of rows. How do you display this on a web page? Now, let's open our code. Use our Visual Studio editor. I already have my folder regarding the training. Then within the folder, I can open this file, which is the index file. Let's open that with code. And if you don't forget, I mentioned earlier that you can navigate to your desktop, which is CD to desktop. Then you CD into the training folder. And within that folder, we can type in code and a full stop. This will automatically open the folder for us. Then we can start working with the folder. I have opened the index folder, and this is where what we've done in the last tutorial. I can open that by opening the file from my page, the Chrome. Here we have it. Now I want to remove all of these because we are done with these, and I believe that you already understand how this works. If I remove all of this, then I save the page again and I reload the page. So we have just this. Now we want to add a table to the page. Remember that anytime you need to add a new tag, you need to close it. So in this case, the tag for table is table. So let's type in the table tag. So in my case, I just type in table and enter. So this gives us the opening and the closing tag for table. Now, if you have a table, the structure of a table is that you normally have the head section, the body section, and the footer section. The label sides or the label row is usually called the head section of a table, while all other sections are called the body section of a table. If you have a summary row, or the last row can also be defined as a footer row. And you need to also know that each row is defined as table row, which is TR. For this row, it is another TR. For this row, it is another TR. And you can also have the actual data, which is in the colon, and that is called the T data, the TD. This is also called the TD. Now, we have a code sample here. The code sample tells us that within the table, you can have a structured definition of its content, which is T head. This defines the head of the table. Then another section outside of T head is T body. Then another section outside the T body is the T foot. These are the 3 sections of a table. Then within each of the section, you can then have your rows and your data. TR represents the table row. Within that row, we should have the TD, which is the table data. Now, the table data can be my first column. That is your actual data within that particular row. Now if I reload my page, I have just this. Now let's add another colon. So TD represents colon. So this second colon is within the first row. I can say my second colon, and I'll do the third one, which is my third colon. I will reload the page, and now we have that these are on the same row. Apart from that, we can proceed to have the second row. Just copy this particular line and then paste that, my first colon, my second colon, and my third colon in second row. In the second row, and then I'm going to copy this, paste that here, so that we can have the differences. So we can save this, and you can see we have that defined. So in the next video, I'm going to show you the content of the table head and the content of the table foots.